Happy Saturday, everyone. Can everybody hear me okay and see me okay? I'm going to talk about also why I pinned that comment at the top. Um, that's part of what I was going to discuss today. And hopefully you guys can hear me. Can I get a 555? Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Vision. Okay, so I'm also going to open up the chat if anybody wants to come up here and chat with me about this. Um, But Up American, hello. Thank you for coming. Red Scout, hello. Long time no see here. Stay ready. Nice to see you. Hudson, always nice to see you. And SFT, nice to see you. We'll try to give it just a little bit more time for some people to come in because I don't usually do my lives on Saturday. Hi, Kathleen. My schedule has changed at work, so my live streams are changing from Thursday evenings to Saturday evenings. So I will do my videos and my live streams on Saturdays now, anywhere between 6:30 and 7:30 at night. It just depends on when I can get home. And I actually just got home tonight, 5 minutes before I had to jump on here. So I had to go get my puppies some cookies and food. So it was quite a rush to quick throw my hair up in a ponytail and jump on here. So I'm glad that everyone is here and everyone made it. Hi, John. Armageddon. Hello. I don't know. I might dance. I might dance. I might have to challenge Vision. Maybe I'll see if he comes up and we'll challenge him to a dance. How's that sound? So as you guys know, I titled this something about it's in the air. And I know everybody feels it. I know everybody feels it. Maria, thank you, honey, for being here. I'm glad you got my message. Um, it's in the air. We feel a shift. We feel a shift. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and put in the link now. If anybody wants to join me in this conversation, you're more than welcome. My only rules are keep your clothes on. Other than that, I'm pretty easygoing on my panel. If y'all want to come up here and chat about this, anybody is more than welcome. You don't have to turn your camera on during the live, but at least turn it on long enough for me to see that you have your clothes on, and then you can shut it back off, and I'll bring y'all up here. Um, but there's a shift in the air. There's a shift in it's hard to say. I don't want to say the universe because that sounds almost new agey. But you all know what I mean. And if you're watching everything that's going on and you're in tune with everything going on and um, with the Holy Spirit, if that's where you are, you know that there's a change in the air. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's pertaining to Russia and Ukraine. I don't know if it's pertaining to um, North Korea, South Korea, or the drone strikes today, or the diesel shortage is coming, the economy continuing to collapse, the stock market crashing. I don't know. I don't know what it is. What I do know is I feel it. I feel a heaviness. I feel something is not right. Something has changed, and it doesn't, to me personally, feel like a good change. It feels like something not so great is coming. Um, I just don't know what it is. Um, it's keeping me up at night. I'm waking up a lot at night and nightmares. I've been having some nightmares here and there. My husband's been having nightmares here and there. And that's not normal for this house. We don't normally um, have problems like that. Yes, Fed Up American. That's exactly right. It's an anxious feeling, and um, the problem is there's so much going on out there that we don't know which direction whatever it is coming from. Um, we just have to be ready. We have to be aware. Um, we can't change a lot of the things that are going on out there. It's just not possible. But we can be ready for them. And when I say be ready, I'm talking about, make sure where you are where you need to be. make sure you're still buying food, even if it's just a couple cans at a time. Make sure that you are um, putting some money away, even if it's just $10 a paycheck. That's $10 more saved than you had before. Make sure that you don't go below a half of a tank of gas. Um, Hi, Diane. Welcome, hon. Um, Keep your gas tanks full. If you have extra gas tanks or extra gas cans, keep those full. Try to keep them handy because, uh, a lot of cars run on regular gas, regular unleaded gas, and a lot of people don't think that the diesel shortage is going to affect us. What a lot of people don't realize is what brings our supplies, our food, our medications, all of that are brought in by, planes, trains, and automobiles, and those are gases that are short now, or are becoming short. They're saying less than 30 days supply for the United States. Um, I don't know if I necessarily believe that 100%. I think that's somewhat of a scare tactic. Do I think it's low? Yes. Do I think that we are going to see a change in the supplies? I absolutely do. Do I think everything is going to come to a screeching halt in 30 days or less? No, I don't. I don't, because there are other people out there just like us that own these businesses that are preparing ahead of time the best they can so that they can supply us. So I wouldn't go into panic mode, hearing all these things that are going on. Same thing with um, Russia going back and forth of we're going to nuke Ukraine, we're not going to nuke Ukraine, we're going to nuke the U.S., we're not going to nuke the U.S. You know, it's nothing that we can change. It could happen, but then again, it could not happen. You can't dwell on it. What you can do is just make sure that you are where you need to be. If you have to stay in because of fallout, or if you have to leave where you are at a moment's notice, you need to know where you're going. You need to make sure you have gas in your trucks. Um, be ready mentally and physically to do whatever you need to do to prepare. Be ready spiritually. Be ready just all the way around. If you can, get out there and exercise, get in better shape, eat better, um, cut out some of the stuff that you shouldn't be putting in your body. Another thing that I see out there are antibiotic shortages. There are natural remedies out there. I've shared some in a previous video, and I'm actually going to do another video of herbs that work as natural antibiotics. But in the meantime, if you don't have those, you should be boosting up your immune systems. Keep yourself as healthy as possible. Cut out as much stuff that is bad for you as possible. Take your vitamins and make sure you're getting as much sleep as you possibly can, because when you sleep, your body heals itself. Try not to cause yourself unnecessary stress, because it is going to wear you down and it affects your immune system. Another thing that I see some people do around me, for instance, people at work, is they over sanitize everything. And it's okay to clean things, but when you're killing every single germ that you could possibly come in contact with, you are not allowing your natural immune system to build itself up against germs that it might encounter. So over cleaning, over sanitizing can actually hurt your immune system. I'm not saying, go bring in the whole garbage dump into your house, or go tell people to cough in your face or anything like that. That's just disgusting. Please don't do that. And please still wash your hands after you go to the bathroom, because that's quite disgusting too. But as far as, bleaching your whole house from the ceiling all the way down to the floors every single day or twice a day, you're hurting yourself and you're putting those chemicals into the air that you're breathing. Um, Make sure you're checking on each other. If you feel like something is off, know that um, you're not the only one, and some people handle it better than others. So if you come across people that um, might be snappy or seem, stressy, that's not even a word, stressed out for no reason. They may be feeling the same thing that you are, but they don't understand what they're feeling. So have patience, show a little compassion. and just try to listen to people, even if they just want to vent or they need someone to cry to. Just let them. It's just going to take a little bit out of your time to let them get everything off their chest to help decompress a little bit. It doesn't hurt anything, and most of us handle stress a whole lot better in this community than most of the public out there. We don't freak out at the drop of a dime. We watch to see what's going on next. We try to stay ahead of the game, and we try to pay attention to everything and have discernment for what's fear porn and what's not. But most of your general public doesn't do that. They hear everything and they thrive on it, and they go out and they buy a whole shopping cart full of toilet paper. Um, so there's a mix of people out there. Just have patience and try to help them the best you can. And if you don't want to help them, then just avoid them. Just don't cause more unnecessary stress for them. Let me see. I think I've missed a couple people. Yep, that's another scenario. Greenleaf. Hi, Greenleaf. Um, Saudi Arabia cutting off the supply, and Saudi Arabia getting involved in this worries me a little bit. Um, because I've had dreams in the past about Saudi before Saudi was even mentioned um, 2 years ago. So hearing that Saudi is involved now causes some concern within me, and I'm paying close attention to what's going on there because um, I just don't like it. I don't like it. I think a lot of people are fighting that don't need to be fighting, and they're getting involved in a lot of things they shouldn't be. And there's a lot of threats going around, and some of them might be valid threats, and they might just be scare tactics. We just don't know. We may never know. Honestly, you just have to keep a watchful eye. And let me see. I'm going to try to go through some of these comments, and then I'll talk about why I pinned Mike's comment from Hudson Valley. Let's see. I'm so bad at comments, y'all. I wish I was better at keeping track of comments. I just get so focused on what I want to say. Um, Kathleen, how long can you keep a can of gas without stable? That I'm honestly not sure if somebody else can answer. The reason I'm not sure is because we rotate ours pretty often. But if anyone else can possibly answer that, I would be grateful. Um, Greenleaf, a couple months of gas without. Thank you. Okay, so without the stabilizer, it would be 4 to 6 months, according to Fed Up American. Thank you. I appreciate that. The stay ready so you don't have to get ready. I agree with that. I think you should stay ready, but at the same time, we're never 100% ready because we don't know what's coming. But if you just keep trying to prepare for everything that you can think of, um, you're gonna be much better off than the people that are doing nothing and worrying. Red Scout, I agree. It's not hard to treat everyone like yourself. I agree with you. Um, something you guys can do too, if you're not sleeping at night, like I don't, is try to think about what could possibly be worrying you and think of different things you can do to prepare for whatever is worrying you. So, for instance, the gas shortage. If you're worried that, you're not going to have gas to get to work here in a month, then stock up some extra. If you worry that the food prices are going to get to a point where you can't afford them, then stock up a little extra or learn how to learn how to dehydrate so you can put them on the shelves, um, and keep them a lot longer so that when the prices do go up, to $30 for a bag of apples, you already have a whole bunch of dehydrated apples that you can easily either snack on or rehydrate and put in a pie or a apple fritter or whatever. I'm not a baker, so whatever y'all do with apples, or make some applesauce, can it up, put it on the shelf. Do it now while you can. If you stop preparing now, you won't get very far because you've almost given up. If you just think you're where you need to be, it's almost like giving up. You're never fully prepared. There's always room to continue to stock, to store, to learn new skills, meet people, network. There's always room and time to do that. Um, you got to do it while you can, guys. Don't give up. Don't stop. We're all tired. We're all tired. We all feel this change in the air, and it just should make you want to push it a little harder. And with what Hudson said, where I pinned his comment, is it's the heightened awareness. And this is so true. It is like almost like a hypersensitivity. So driving down the street, you are focused on, instead of just the road, you see everything going on. Going in the store, you are aware of everybody walking around you. You're watching everything and you're hearing conversations around you that you wouldn't usually hear because you're tuned in. You're you know something is coming, but you don't know what. So everything goes into hyper mode. It's very strange, and it's not necessarily a bad thing unless you start getting paranoid. Definitely don't get paranoid. Don't get to that point. If you get to that point where you're feeling paranoid, um, you got to unplug for a few days. It's not good to constantly worry. It's not good to lose sleep for a few days. Um, John, have a good night. I'm sure you're already gone, but if you come back and watch this, I hope you sleep well. Have a good night. Um, Fed Up American said he's a plumber, so his immune system is pretty strong. I bet. But I bet your sinuses are probably shot, though, as much as you've probably had to smell. I don't envy you. Um, does anybody, I'm going to drop the link again if anybody wants to come up. You're more than welcome. And we can chat about it and how you're feeling and how it's affecting you, or things that you've heard that have um, really bothered you lately. That I don't know, maybe talking about it will help you feel a little better. Or um, great visitations. Hello, hon. I am glad you're here. I'm sure the wife is here too. I'm going through comments, so I know I look kind of silly here scanning them.
Hi, folks.
Of course, everyone just saw me do a cheeky smile, but
Yeah. We're
I
out
meant
in the
it.
woods. We're out in the woods doing making sure we're not going to die thing. Practicing.
You making sure you're not going to die, or are you trying to find what's going to kill us this Wednesday?
Yeah, a little bit of both. A little bit of both. Wow,
That's
thanks for stoking the fire. Nice. Yeah, we got friends out here.
Oh, look
Yeah,
at my
it's a good time.
friends.
It's a good time. It's a
I
good
wish I
time.
could be there with you guys again, but I'm not driving up there again.
Oh no, it's going to be a long
Last drive.
sleepless night, because you need to know who people are going to be when they haven't had sleep in a day and a half. Because it's going
Yeah.
to grind at you, man. It's going to grind at you. So
Yeah. Well, y'all know that I'm without sleep, I'm blank faced and kind of daisy.
it's
But
rough. It's rough. Sleep deprivation sucks, man. It'll mess you up. I don't know if we can see everybody here. There's a bunch of guys out here. Well, we come out and do our thing. Test the gear. Test the stuff. Test your awareness. Play play hood rat games with each other. It's fun.
I can't wait to see those pictures.
It's fun. Yeah. Sometimes you're the brunt of the joke. It happens.
Gotta keep laughing. That's how you stay sane.
That's right. Absolutely, Marco. It's always a Mickwick fire. It's always a Mickwick fire. See, they're hiding behind that. There they are. It's always a
Marco's
Mickwick
actually
fire.
wearing his shirt right now too. Or
Awesome.
Outlaw American's shirt, I should say.
Well, guys, just wanted to pop in and say hello. Yeah, we're gonna go play in the dark.
Nice. You gotta take lots of pictures and share them with me.
We'll try. The dark ones kind of suck. It's tough. It's tough. Sometimes the equipment works better than the camera, but I'll try.
Sounds good. Thanks for
All right,
popping
guys,
in.
have a great night.
Good night. Be safe.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. If you guys don't know, that was Mike from Hudson Valley Survival and Prepping. If you don't haven't heard of him or haven't seen his videos, you got to go check him out. He does a series on Wednesdays called "We Are All Gonna Die Wednesdays," and he picks different topics of. He got kind of tired of hearing all the doom and gloom and everyone saying we're gonna die from this, we're gonna die from that. So Wednesdays he talks about what we're all going to die from that Wednesday, and it's quite funny. It's an hour of laughter with him and Livingston. If you haven't seen Livingston's videos, they are also hilarious. He does some skits that I love watching either while I'm at work or before work. It really just makes my day. Helps to de-stress a little bit. Definitely check them out, and I bet you that Vision's probably looking up those links right now to drop for y'all. But they are they are awesome. You guys should definitely check them out. Milk and Honey Heritage, hello, welcome. Um, Roaming Prepper, hello. I'm looking forward to the live stream on your channel, November 17th. He is doing a live stream with um, females that are on different platforms. So it will be YouTube, Instagram, I want to say TikTok, and I think I'm missing one, but there's going to be, I think, 3 or 4 of us females with Roaming Prepper. So I feel kind of sorry for him, but I think he'll be okay. It'll be a whole lot of fun. A whole lot of fun. Yep. So YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Oh, good. I did remember. And we've been kind of chatting behind the scenes, and these ladies are, um, they're funny. They're just funny. They're great characters. So it'll be nice to get y'all to meet some other people out there that you don't see regularly. Um, also, oh, on another note, I don't know if you all know this. Um, oh, give me 1 second and I'll pull you up. Um, I don't know if you all know this, but Jason from Angry Prepper just lost his father, and also Joe Morgan just lost his father. So my condolences absolutely go out to them. Losing a parent is one of the hardest things that anyone could do, and until it actually happens to you, you really just don't understand how it feels. Um, I have not really reached out to them because I'm sure that their messages, their emails, their phones are blowing up, and you just need time after something like that happens. But I am asking that you keep them in your prayers, that you keep them in your thoughts. And if they do reach out to any of you, to just be there for them, because you never know when you might get a message from somebody that they just need an ear to listen, and just some kind words and support. So my heart goes out to both of them. I absolutely know how they feel, and I'm. It's one day at a time, one step at a time, and you never get over it. You just have to push forward and keep moving forward, and remember that your parent or your loved one that you lost is not gone necessarily, because they go from being there physically to being within. You'll see pieces of them shining through as you do things. And that's an amazing thing when you start seeing those things after they're gone. I do it a lot now that my mom's gone. I see her when I look in the mirror. I hear her with certain things that I do. And it's just pretty crazy. So they'll realize that their parent are within them as well. Just keep them in their prayers, guys. I'm going to bring Vision up. Hey.
Good
Can't.
evening. How are you? How are you? How's everybody doing tonight?
I am good.
Good. Glad to hear
I'm missing a whole lot of comments as usual, though.
that.
I'm so bad with keeping up with comments.
Yeah.
So SFT, I'm wondering in general, anxieties rise with HARP activities. CERN gets all the glam comments. So HARP is another thing a lot of people don't realize. They
Mhm.
originally were going to tear HARP down and they changed their mind.
Yeah.
And now they're doing new projects with HARP, which I'm not very happy with these new projects. But again, it's nothing I can change. And with them playing, both CERN and HARP playing with the atmospheric energies, it can change how you feel, and it
Mhm.
can change, natural things around you. Um, but I don't think that that is the only reason we all feel anxious. I do think it might be part of a reason for some people, but some of us are just very in tune with the happenings and each other, people in general. They're very in tune with people. So sometimes you have people out there that they can walk into a room and they can feel others' emotions. And that's a very hard thing to be able to do. It can be very overwhelming, especially when a lot of people are stressed out in that room and you're trying to stay calm and you can't because you bring on their feelings. Um, so that is part of it for some people, but there's so much more to it than that. And CERN in general, I just don't like what CERN is doing at all. Not at all. They cover up too much. And if you don't know about CERN or HARP, I'm not going to get into the details. Y'all need to do your own research on it. Um, but they're everything they do is public, and they play with things they shouldn't play with, and they admit to it. They admit to things that they're trying to find that they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be. They're playing with things that they definitely have no business playing with.
That's very true.
So, Vision, you're one that doesn't sleep at night either.
Right. And, as we've talked before, um, especially now, I've been waking up, consistently at 3:30 in the morning and out of a dead sleep, and for me, um, I'll sit there and I'll pray and I listen. And depending on what I hear, I either go back to sleep and then act on it the next day, or I just go to sleep and I have a peaceful sleep for about 4 more hours. Then I wake up and go about my day. But something's in the air. And as we've talked, I can't put my finger on it. I don't know. I don't even have a clue of what it is yet. But, like you had said, my mother Sparks, just folks keep prepping, keep prepared, stay aware, especially of your surroundings when you're out and about. And if you're out and something happens, get home as quickly as you can.
Can everyone hear Vision okay? I had to turn my speaker down, so I just want to make sure everyone can hear him clearly and that he's not too quiet. He's quiet on my end, but it's because I turned it down because I don't want to give you guys an echo.
Yeah,
I'm trying to go through the comments too so that people
yeah, yeah.
3:30 thing is going on all over. And I actually have a theory on the three between the 3 and 4 thing. And you
Mm-hmm,
can go along with me or not.
mm-hmm,
Um, a lot of people call the 3 to 4 o'clock hour the witching hour.
mm-hmm.
And I believe that there might be some truth to this. And what what it means to be the witching hour is sorry, I'm taking my shoes off. Um, when people are sleeping, they are more susceptible to spiritual attacks. They are more susceptible to having Satan or his minions. um, penetrate the mind. And a lot of people, I feel, wake up, this is my opinion, at that time because I feel like we're being called by God to pray when we are told to wake up and be the prayer warriors during this time of attacks going on in the world. And this is something that I also have done quite often for years is woke up 2:33, 3:34, just for no reason. And I do the exact same thing. I wake up and I go straight into, prayer warrior mode. I don't know who I'm praying for or what I'm praying for, but I do start praying for protection, for comfort, for understanding, discernment, um, everything that could possibly be being attacked at that time from somebody. I pray out for whomever it is, even if I don't know them, to try to help them through whatever is coming at them. Um, and uh, if you are prayer warriors, I recommend you do the same thing. If you wake up and you don't know why, start praying. Start praying for people you don't know. Start praying for you, for your family, and you'll be amazed how easily during your prayer you actually will fall back asleep.
Yeah.
So I can't tell you how many times I've fallen asleep praying from being woken up, which is great. And then I sleep really good after that. But definitely try it. If you all are ever woken up in the middle of the night, I feel there's a reason, and you're being called. You're being called to help. You're being called to be a part of um, a group that is there to help others. And I'm not saying go out there and run out into the streets to go help people. Just in your bed, right there. Or if you want to get up and you want to get on your knees next to your bed, or if you want to go downstairs or upstairs or wherever you are and have time to yourself, go out by yourself. Um, I feel like the people that are woken up are being woken up for a reason. Um, Definitely be a part of that. It's an amazing thing to be a part of that.
That's
Um,
very true.
Sherry says, hello, Sherry, by the way. She says, holy moly, I was thinking about this earlier. I feel it too. And I think a lot of people are feeling it right now. And I don't feel this pit very often like this. I mean, I always have that stirring in my spirit when something is wrong, but this is just a really heavy pit that I feel that it's something big. Something big is going on. This is also true. Big B, that is also true. Or
Yeah.
putting your phone in another room.
Yeah.
Don't. A lot of people sleep with their phones right next to their nightstands, right next to their heads. And and I know it's habit because the first thing most of us do when we get up is we pick up our phone and check our phone. If you can move your phone across the room, better yet, out of the room when you sleep, it will actually make a difference in how you sleep. It will make a difference in your headaches. It will make a difference in if you're dreaming or not. It makes a huge difference because it's just like a microwave. A microwave oven has those the like netting stuff on the door through the glass, and that's so that those waves can't come through the door and out to you. Your phones don't necessarily have any type of protection, so all that Wi-Fi and 4G, 3G, LTE, 5G, whatever is constantly going around, and it's going to bounce off of you. Same thing with Bluetooth. If you are one that sleeps with Bluetooth, it's another thing that you're constantly getting those waves from them. So it's one of those bedtime hygiene things, I like to call it, to where you try to move things out of your room that will affect your sleep and your rest and your well-being.
Right.
TV is another thing. A TV
Turn
will
it
let
off.
off energy that will affect your sleep as well. Oh,
Yeah, I try to turn my TV off at night. A lot of times I sleep with it on, but I try to, if I wake up, I'll roll over and turn it off.
yep. Morning light. That's another thing. Things that are bothering you, you can ask for guidance on them. Maybe they're bothering you because you're supposed to do something, or you're not seeing something the way that God wants you to see them. But you can ask for guidance and answers of why is this so heavy in your heart? Why is this going around in your mind so much? And um, the thing about asking for guidance and answers, guys, is you have to be silent enough to listen for the answers. You
Yes.
can't just be like, hey, I need to know right now, and then go back to sleep. You have to give him a chance to listen, to let you
Yeah.
listen and hear what he's saying.
Yes.
Lots of people want to talk and they never want to listen, and that goes in prayers too, unfortunately.
And listening is an activity.
Mm-hmm.
You're absolutely right. Listening is a action verb, to listen.
Yep, yep. My dogs are my fuzzy angels. They trigger on things when things aren't right. Funny you should say that, roaming prepper, because my dogs actually have been in guard mode for about 2 weeks. They are hearing things that are not there. They are barking at things that are not there. And oddly enough, they are watching things that are not there, which is always quite creepy. But I'm happy that they do that, because then they're aware of something I'm not, and then I can kind of tune into whatever they're trying to, warn me about, which is
Mhm.
yeah, that is also true. That's you can. Who woke me up? Hmm. But if you're going to ask that, be prepared for the answer too, though,
Got that right.
because you may not
Yes.
want to know.
Right. That's
May not
true.
want to know. Maria Gunwall. I always wake up at 3-ish. I've always had a dream about someone I know. I pray for them always. And that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You should ask the person, whoever you are dreaming about when you wake up, somehow ask them if by chance if they are also waking up at that time. Because sometimes you'll feel like something is wrong with somebody. And if you check in with them, there's some sort of connection between you all that you're feeling something they're bothered by and they're woken up by, and maybe they need to talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Phone out of the bedroom for sleep. Greenleaf says one thing to check if you wake up in the middle of the night, see what phase the moon is in. Full moon is normal to awake at night. It is kind of genetic. More wild animals hunt during the full moon. I could understand that if you're in tune with moon phases. Um, as far as your body, I'm not talking about like worshiping the moon or anything. Some people's bodies are in tune with moon phases, and I don't know if it affects males as much as females, but females, they actually some of them cycle based on moon phases, because their bodies tune in with the natural lunar phases, which I think is kind of neat. But um, that's a whole other topic that some of the guys I'm sure here don't want to have, and maybe the girls will have that another time. But if you ever want to research it, you can look into female cycles with moon phases, because there are people that like that. My Renaissance grandma, hello, love, welcome, welcome. Um, I've learned that have no lights whatsoever helps me with sleep pattern. I usually turn my phone down low and play prayer videos all night to help soothe my spirit. That also works. Or listening to an audio Bible. Audio Bible will also work. Um, I turn on my do not disturb, so it goes on automatically in the evening. So unless you're on my emergency contact list, you can't get through to me. Um, but I'm very light sensitive. It can be the slightest light, even a night light, and it will wake me up and I will be wide awake,
Mhm.
which kind of sucks, but what are you going to do?
Right.
One
Right.
mouth, two ears. I suppose we should listen more than speak. Yes, yes, yes.
Very true. My dad used to tell me that all the time. Boy, you got two ears and one mouth. Close your mouth and listen.
That's because I'm sure you were always running your mouth as a kid.
Of course, yes, I knew everything.
I know I did.
I knew everything. He's like, yeah, just keep living.
Roaming prepper for his puppies, same for mine. They are constantly alert. Since they're herding dogs, they are always watching or watching the fence lines, and probably chasing birds too, if they're anything like mine. We took our girls to the pet shop today, and they heard the birds a couple aisles over, and they wanted to go see them. And then we went over there, and they didn't care anymore. I'm like, you guys wanted to see them so bad,
Right,
and then they were just like, yeah, whatever, okay, birds, yay. They're not the same birds in the yard, so they didn't care.
right.
Roaming Prepper. If y'all haven't checked out his channel, he actually does an Instagram too. Yeah, Instagram. He does Instagram too. And he gives some really good advice, quick tips and tricks on things and updates on things. He also has a YouTube channel on here where he does live streams and talks to different people and gives updates on world events and how to do certain things. So definitely check him out as well. He's a great help. Much easier to ask those questions while in nature. The atmosphere is much higher vibration and increases with elevation. I think being in nature in general is good for you, for your
Yes,
body, for your mind, for your spirit.
yes.
It's quiet. It's
Mhm.
um, it's a way of unplugging. It is unplugging, and it gets you away from the constant go 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 of life, and it lets you kind of get back into who you are supposed to be. I love going into nature and just yeah, I'm one that will hug a tree. So because I
I'm with
just
you.
I take pictures. If I see a flower on the side of the sidewalk, I will stop and take a picture. If I see a cloud in the sky that's just beautiful, I will stop and take a picture. My husband will tell you I have literally tripped over my own feet looking at the sky and fell right on my butt. So
Wow.
um, yeah,
Yeah.
nature's got me hurt a couple times, but it was all worth it.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm with you. When I'm feeling like I need to get, balanced, I'll go walk in the woods out back and just sit on a fallen tree and just sit there and listen. And it is
Hmm.
so calming and peaceful.
It is. And even if you have to sit out there for 20 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
you can sit out
Mm-hmm.
there for 20 minutes and just that 20 minutes of silence, of nature, of, the animals, the trees, the grass, whatever around you
Yeah.
really rejuvenates you a
Yes.
lot, a
Yes.
lot. It gives you peace.
It does. Just listening to the birds and everything just
Mhm.
it settles you. Yeah. You're right.
It's the same thing with the ocean. If you live by an ocean and you go out into that salt water, it rejuvenates you. It's the strangest thing, but it does. It just completely, even though there's 10 million people out there and, like speedos and all that crazy stuff, banana hammocks and whatever, you can turn your back on them and you can look out into the ocean instead of seeing all the free shows behind you. Out into that water and, especially if you have dolphins come up or, go look for
Right.
sand dollars or starfish or whatever, it really rejuvenates the body with being out in the ocean. It's another form of nature. You don't have to drive 100 miles to get into nature. Just find a local maybe trail or whatever it is, and especially when that feeling starts getting heavy, to where
Yeah.
it's stressing you out, or you can't shut off your mind, you can't think. It gets to the point where you're foggy. Um, go into nature, and you'd be surprised how quickly a lot of that will clear up. You okay?
Yes.
Margot said male psych patients are pretty active during the full moon. I think a lot of people are pretty active during a full moon. They act a fool.
That is true.
They act full moons. People are strange during full moons. You can
Very.
always tell when it's a full moon. around, especially where we live. You can definitely tell. Working in a nursing home. Morning Light says, worked in a nursing home. The whole ward was howling and restless that night. The clouds heavily covered the full moon. Huh. That's quite interesting. I hope none of them grew extra hair while they were howling. That'd be a little strange.
Yes, that would.
Never know. I mean, some people think they're unicorns, and I don't know. They think they're animals.
Butterflies.
It's a whole other issue we have.
Yeah.
Yep. So roaming prepper told Marco that his friends in law enforcement said the full moon was always rough on the patrol guys, and I could see that. We have a lot of friends that are police officers, and they say the same thing. Definitely. People are crazy. People are, and what's really bad now is with as stressed out as people are now, and the behavior changes over the last year with certain people, and then you get the full moon mix. It's
Yeah.
very strange. Very, very strange. Yep. Marco said ER is ridiculous during the full moon. New York Prepper, hello. Glad you could make it. I know you're probably still running errands, but I am glad you stopped in. Put the red LED light bulbs in your bedroom and living room. They don't wake you up and help you sleep. They are opposite of blue light. I have tried that. It doesn't work for me because, I mean, when I say I am sensitive to light, I am super, super sensitive to light. It's
Okay.
very, I've never met anyone as sensitive as me. And I have blackout curtains. Everything's shut. It could be completely dark in my room. My husband could have his phone turned all the way down on his level of his light, but if a message comes through and it's even just that dim light across the room, I
Yeah.
wake up like that.
Wow.
So yeah, I actually sometimes will put my phone underneath something so that it won't bother me. The little green, that anyone who has a Apple Watch, underneath, it takes a reading of your pulse every once in a while, and it's a green light, and it will be right up against my skin. But if it comes out of the side at all, it will wake me up.
Wow.
Maria
You're
said, I
right.
believe sleep time is very spiritual time, both for the enemy and the Father. Pray, pray, pray. Yep. Yep.
That's
I
right.
agree.
Yep.
Apocalyptic Ben 3311. It's in the Wi-Fi. It is. It's anything that we have that's wireless. That's um, wireless, especially.
Yeah, we're being bombarded by microwaves and all of that
Mhm.
stuff. Absolutely.
And a lot of your guys' TVs now, you don't realize that your smart TVs have all that technology in them too. So even if your TV is off, if you don't have those electronics with all those smart things in them unplugged, even if they're turned off, you're still getting those signals. A lot of people don't realize that.
Yeah, that's true.
Interesting. Morning Light said the next full moon is November 8th. With everything else happening, we can expect something wild to happen in voting too. Now, Morning Light, if I heard correctly, it's also supposed to be, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's supposed to be a blood moon, a full moon, and a I can't think of the word, where the earth covers it. What's that called?
Eclipse.
Eclipse. Yes, thank
Eclipse.
you. And an eclipse coming up. Right
Wow.
around that same time or on that day. And I mean, this is what I've heard, but I haven't done the research. So if I am wrong, please let me know. But if it's true, people are going to go crazy.
Yes, they will.
And then the theme for Hudson that Wednesday needs to be "We all going to die because people are crazy" from the full moon.
Yes. That's
Beaver moon is what I saw. Eclipse. Thank you, SFT. I couldn't think of the word. I'm fried today.
Eclipse.
Lack of
Yeah.
sleep will do that.
Yes, it will.
People plan things around the full moon. They do. There are some people that do plan things around the full moon. I am not one of them. I prefer to stay
No.
away from people during a full moon.
Hmm. I stay in the house.
All gonna die Wednesday from crazy people from the full moon.
Well, we can just wake up Thursday morning and say, we're not going to die today.
So I don't know. I don't know what else to say other than just pay attention to what's going on around you. Try to figure out why you're having that feeling. Kaya,
Yeah.
Chris. Yeah, Chris, Kaya. Hi.
Yeah, just stay mentally prepared, spiritually prepared, situational awareness at all times, especially if you're out in public, folks. Um, I'm with you, my mother Sparks. I just have this feeling, and I can't even expound on it other than be aware, folks. I tell my son all the time when he's been out lately, be aware of where you're at and who you're with and what people are around you.
Yeah, definitely. Vehicles too.
Yes.
Pay attention to how much time you're spending online. Make sure that that feeling that you're getting is not from whatever you're feeding your mind with. I preach that often. Have discernment on what's true and what's not. There are some channels out there that constantly want you to stay in fear because they want you to continue to um, buy their products to, get ready for the end of the world. Um, they might be great products, but it doesn't mean you should buy them out of fear. Um,
Right.
don't be afraid. You have people around you that are going to help you, even if you don't have a network.
Yeah.
You can build a network. It's not hard to build a network. A
That's
lot of
right.
people don't know how to do it, and it starts with a simple discussion. It starts with joining a Facebook group. It starts with reaching out to some of your creators. Um, a lot of your creators know people and can get you in touch with other people that are in your area that do groups that meet up. And then, you go to these groups and you meet more really amazing people. And that's how you build a network, you build a group, you build a family um, by being active. These groups are not going to come to you. You have to put the work in and you have to find them yourself. But there are ways to do it without stressing about it.
Yeah,
Um,
that's true.
most of the channels you watch, if you email them, most of us will answer,
Yeah.
even if it's just
I,
to point you in another direction. We'll answer.
yes. I answer all emails. I reply to every single comment. Yeah. So, I on my live stream, we talked about people not having, anybody email me. We may know somebody in your state, we may not, but we'll put out feelers to see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Old Mutt, hello.
Oh
Speaking of
my.
family, ask and they shall come.
Exactly. That was
Um,
good.
yeah. Old Mutt said, full moon or not, at 16 hours working in state prison, it took a walk with the dog in the woods to de-stress. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
animals are great, great
Yes.
to relieve stress. They are great. I highly recommend, even if you can just get a hamster, which I know sounds silly, guys, even just a hamster will help alleviate some stress.
Yeah.
Because some people can't have dogs and cats. So even if
Yeah.
you get a hamster or a rat, if you're into that, rats are actually very lovable. Probably not New York rats. Don't get New York rats, but they're actually very lovable. Operation Pocketbook. Thank you, Marco. So
Yes.
Operation Pocketbook, and
Yes.
this is a day on Halloween, and if you don't celebrate Halloween, October 31st, from 12 a.m. to 12 a.m., 12:01 a.m. So basically, October 31st, unplug, disconnect, log out of all of your social media. It is making a statement against, help me out, Vision,
First Amendment, freedom of speech.
freedom of speech. Thank you.
Yes.
Censorship.
Censorship.
All of the big platforms are trying to censor a lot of us getting information out, or just helping each other. And they're censoring, shadow banning, blocking, putting us in jail, digital jail, not real jail. So we are logging out on October 31st, and hopefully we have enough people that it will put a dent in their pocket.
Yeah.
And, you know, if we can make this an annual thing, which I think would be great, more people will join, and it will get bigger and bigger, and hopefully eventually it'll make a difference. Each person, if they can just do a little part, it will help.
That's all that counts, folks. Just take 24 hours, unplug, log out of everything, spend time with your family, work on your preps, go to a movie, walk in the woods, do whatever you need to do, but let's stay off of social media.
ABC Patriot said that they've been having a lot of SHTF dreams lately, maybe watching too many prepper videos, and that actually can cause it. That can cause it.
It can.
Especially if you're new to prepping and you're feeding your brain with 10 million different videos of how the world is going to end. It definitely can affect your sleep. It can affect your dreams. It can affect your thought process, which is why you got to unplug sometimes.
Yeah.
But it can also be messages being sent to you to know what to prepare for what's coming. But you have to learn to be able to differentiate between the two. It's definitely nothing that anyone else can do for you.
That is true.
And
Even us as content creators, you know, we have to unplug sometimes and
Yes.
just step back and relax, and that's okay.
Marco wants to see Chris walk his rabbit. I would love to see that too. I tie them to my beard. I hope you're not talking about the rabbits. That would be quite an interesting sight. You might have to send me a picture. That'd be hilarious.
Yes. You tie them by their ears to your beard? Yeah, that right there would go viral in less than 24 hours. Either that or PETA's will show up at your door.
Or both.
Or true, yeah.
He could braid his beard and then stick the fluffy tails through the braid.
Through the braid.
And then he'd have little fluff balls down his beard.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yes, very much so.
And then at Christmas, he could stick like little ornaments on the fluffy tail.
There she goes.
Beard.
Down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, that's awesome. I need you to do that for me and send me a picture of it, and then I'll share it out. That'd be great. All right. We're at the 1 hour mark. Does anyone have any other questions or concerns or prayer requests? Do you have anything you need help with before I log out?
Smash the like button, folks. Subscribe if you're new to my Mother Sparks channel. She's awesome. Let's show her some love and support.
I'm okay.
Yeah, true. But, you know, I kind of like you more now because you stopped telling me what to do.
For now. Give it a few. My mind's occupied.
Of course.
Yeah, definitely email. If anyone is around Ohio. Vision Preparedness is in
Yes.
Ohio. So if you need anyone that is close to Ohio to contact, to connect with, reach out to Vision Preparedness.
Yep.
I am in South Carolina, so if you need help finding information, or I'm working on trying to find more communities here, you can email me.
Mhm.
Our emails, my email is in my about section. It's mymotherspark@gmail.com. Trent's email, which is Vision Preparedness, is visionpreparedness@gmail.com.
That is correct.
Okay. And you can also find his email in his about section, I do believe.
Yes. Yep.
Roaming Prepper, I forgot where he is.
Texas.
Texas, I think, right? Okay,
Yes, he's
so
in
if you need
Texas.
help finding information or um, communities in Texas, reach out to him. I'm sure he could point you in the right direction.
Mhm.
Who else do I have in here that has a channel? Quite a few people. Anyways, just reach out to your community, to your creators, and this is a community that helps each other,
Absolutely.
that points each other in the right direction, and gives advice if you need help, even if you don't have a video or see a video on it. Just email if we know how to do something. If we don't, we can point you on where to find it.
Right. We're here to help folks. That's our goal. Period. Smash that like button. Show her some support.
Morning Light said thank you, and the guy on the screen, that is Vision Preparedness.
Hello,
Also,
Morning Light. That would be me.
and my moderators are awesome. I appreciate all that they do. Even if they're just coming in late now, I appreciate it. But I'm going to catch up with a couple of you here soon.
Mhm.
And just don't let the energy get to you.
Yeah.
Don't let it worry you. If you wake up in the middle of the night, pray. That's your best defense.
It is.
If you're being woken in the middle of the night, or if you're having nightmares, or if you just can't sleep, if you're having problems going to sleep,
Yeah.
pray, read your Bible, or read any book that isn't going to scare you, really.
Mhm.
As someone else said, listen to some Bible verses on your phone quietly, or you can actually listen to a whole audio Bible while you're sleeping. Angry Prepper also has a new channel called The Angry Calm, and he's doing really
Yes.
well with it. It's got some really nice natural
Yes.
um, sounds, nature sounds, and soft music to help you sleep. He's got some short ones and some longer ones for those that like to play
Mhm.
it while they're sleeping.
Mhm.
Um, just don't stop having faith, because whatever's coming, we're going to be okay.
Yes,
We'll be okay.
indeed. We are
Help,
going to be okay.
help each other. That being said, yes, here, Chris, Jason does. It's called The Angry Calm.
Yeah.
The Angry Calm.
I listened to one of his new ones the other night, all night long. It was water. And I love hearing water. And I just turned it on and just let it play all night long. I
Mm-hmm.
love hearing water. Yeah.
Yeah, he's done really good with it. I really like that channel a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It helps me when I'm stressed out to pull myself back together a little
Yeah. And
when I
that's why
can.
he started that. Yeah. That's why he started that channel, to calm and give some peace to us and anybody that wants to listen to it. Yeah. That was a great idea.
Yep, he's good people.
Mm-hmm.
Hudson Valley, he's another one that you all should check out his channel, Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival.
Yeah.
And if you watch his Wednesday one, he does his lives with Livingston, and that's where you'll get a good laugh on that channel as well. Those are two great channels too. Um, I appreciated Mike coming up and saying hi, and that family that is sitting around the fire. That I am so jelly. But at the same time, I know it's probably cold as all could be
Oh, for
because
you,
it was
absolutely.
cold while I was there. Um, but I do miss those guys, and I hope you guys stay safe. And I hope to see pictures of the shenanigans up there that I'm missing. And that's about it, guys. That's about all I have to say. So I should be here next Saturday. New schedule change next Saturday. Monday is I'm still putting out my readings or my Bible lessons. If you enjoy those are on Mondays. And if that's not your belief system, then join me on Saturdays because you never know what you're going to get on Saturdays with me. I never know what I'm going to give on Saturdays, to be honest. Uh, Usually not until the day before the day of. But try to sleep well. Stay aware. Keep prepping. Be kind. Have faith. And good night. And God bless.
God bless you.
Good night, everyone.